Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and this week out in LA, I got to visit a little Nike gathering where Kobe unveiled his latest shoe, the Kobe 11. And this is a pretty special one to him. It's the last shoe he'll release during his active career, and it's the last one he'll wear on the court. So I got to talk with him about it, a little bit about tech, a little bit about the shoe, and beyond. Enjoy. During the busy regular season and all the basketball and all the training, all the stuff you guys are doing, how much tech, smartphones, cameras, whatever, do you get to follow? I know Roy is actually pretty into tech. Shout out to Roy if he's watching.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you get to see?
Well, I mean, from a tech perspective, you know, I've kind of tried to dabble into it a little bit, but I found myself not being extremely passionate about it, unless it's centered around sports, right, and things that involve health, training, things of that sort. But overall, I wouldn't describe myself as a very tech-savvy person. My
question related to that, since we're carrying smartphones all the time now.
Yeah.
Entering the league, what kind of tech did you carry? Did you listen to music before a game, have that kind of stuff going?
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is back in the day. Let's see, when I first came in the league, I had a phone that was probably about the size of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we kind of graduated to having sidekicks and things like that. And I remember having Walkman players and CD players. My kids don't have no idea what a CD player is, let alone a Walkman. It was like, wait, you had to rewind what?
Yeah.
When that song was over, you had to flip it over and do what?
Use the other side of the tape?
Yeah. So, you know, when I first came in the league, the world was such a different place than it is now in terms of connecting people and being able to follow and things of that sort.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is the internet lets you connect to your teammates, your fans, all kinds of stuff like that.
But also gives you a great advantage, by the way, because back then when I came in the league, I had to do a lot of research myself, which involved going and actually getting books on the history of the game and other players and things like that. Where nowadays, I mean, you're a click away from finding out.
Makes scouting easier?
It makes it extremely easier,
yeah.
Right? And so, you know, as a culture, we should actually be much smarter versus becoming dumber,
right?
because of the crutch of technology.
Exactly. No, I agree completely. So getting into the shoe, being interested in the tech of the shoe, I know you have a big hand in the design, how you put it together. How closely do you get to work with the designer specifically on the tech and what's going into the shoe?
Extremely close.
Yeah.
You know, because the shoe is always an extension of the athlete. In this case, you know, for the years I've been with Nike, it's an extension of myself, right? So the shoe must be something that's going to help me perform better. And if it doesn't do that, we're not going to create the shoe. I
heard a story earlier today about soccer and soccer shoes and having a low-cut shoe. I play a sport called Ultimate Frisbee. May or may not have heard of it, but a lot of us wear soccer cleats to play, so that kind of struck a vibe with me. Tell me about how this kind of stuff translates from the soccer pitch or cleats or low-cut cleats to the basketball court.
Sure. So growing up, I played a lot of soccer.
Yeah.
And so I've always been a big fan of the sport. And so I remember watching a game on TV, it's a Champions League match, and saying, man, they put a lot of torque on their ankles, actually more than we do.
Yeah.
Why can't I create a low basketball shoe? It doesn't make any sense. So then I started doing a little bit more research and started kind of figuring out how the ankle actually benefits from being able to move freely in space.
Freedom of mobility.
Yes, and you put less stress on the knee joints and things of that nature. I said, you know, we're gonna do a low cut shoe. But now we have to really lock in the heel. Yeah. Right, because you can't have the heel sliding around because it puts the athlete in jeopardy, gives them more, makes them more susceptible to ankle sprains and things like that. You know, you have to make sure that the forefoot is really flexible, right? You have to make sure you're strengthening in areas that are extremely important, where in a high shoe you can kind of get away with those things.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Ultimate players, you either get a low-cut cleat, I wear a soccer cleat, but then you get something for the ankle in addition.
Right.
Or you'll sacrifice weight and get more on the ankle.
Right, we don't compromise.
Exactly. So this is the Flyknit material. This is a big part of the weight savings. Tell me about like details you had a hand in to design this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So what we did with the 11s, we actually improved the Flyknit. So we made the Flyknit sturdier, we made it stronger, and then we've actually combined technology. So we've combined some free technology. We've combined some of the Zoom and Lunar technology, which have been some of the staples with some of my other shoes. But they normally behave in isolation. Right. They normally don't communicate with each other. So it's been our challenge to try to figure out how to create kind of this marriage between the technologies.
Awesome. Best of luck in getting more of that tech-savvy stuff going. I hope you get on top of the game. I would recommend a smartphone right now, but I wouldn't know what to say because I don't know what kind of usage you have.
I'm a big iPhone guy. I mean, I'm a big iPhone guy.
Okay, fair. So I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for being a part of this. I appreciate the time.
and hopefully we get to do it again.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome.